you're hurting your team. So I feel like he's so important the way he's playing right now. He has to be smarter than that, and I get it. You get caught in the game. And
Ja Morant, ball in his hands. Last 3 games have been decided by 8 total points for the Grizzlies. A lot of late game situations. Ja in the late game situation.
First meeting with the commissioner, and a very contrite sounding Ja Morant after that. Look, I have to learn from this, and I have to.
Aldama driving. Missed the shot. Oh, Ja Morant just broke the rim with that finish.
Except tell the story itself, and Ja right there, and Malik Beasley just not there. But our Chris
In a small town in South Carolina, where dreams often fade under the weight of long odds, a kid named Ja Morant rewrote his future with one electrifying moment. Welcome to Dunk Court, the story of how Demetrius Jamel Morant went from an unranked nobody to an NBA superstar, proving underdogs don't need stars, they make their own. Hit that like button if you love an underdog story, and let's dive in. Dalzell, South Carolina, population 3,000, isn't where you'd expect a basketball legend to rise. 2 stoplights, endless fields, and a high school more known for football than hoops. The courts here were rough, cracked asphalt, frayed nets, and balls that barely bounced. For kids like Ja, basketball was a faint pulse in worn-out gyms, drowned out by the roar of Friday night football. But Ja's world was different. His ambition burned brighter than the town's limits. Basketball wasn't just a game, it was his way out. Ja's father, Tee Morant, knew the grind. A point guard at Claflin University, Tee chased NBA dreams that slipped away. He poured that fire into his son. Their backyard became a training ground. Old tires for agility drills, cones for dribbling paths, a neighbor's trampoline for jaw-dropping jumps. Tee's workouts were relentless. Ladder sprints, rim touches, pull-ups in the Carolina heat. You gotta want it more, Tee would say, his voice steady but fierce. Ja listened, every dribble a promise to prove himself. Ja at 8 years old, barely tall enough to reach the rim, tagging along to Dalzell's community center. He'd face teens twice his size, his quick hands and fearless drives earning nods from the older kids. That boy's got heart, they'd say. By middle school, Ja was out playing high schoolers, his crossovers leaving defenders frozen. Tee didn't just teach skills, he drilled resilience. Nobody's giving you anything, he'd tell Ja. Earn it. Those words stuck, fueling Ja's dream in Dalzell's shadows. At Crestwood High, Ja's talent started turning heads. As a 5'7" freshman, he weaved through defenses with slick handles. By senior year, now 6'3", he was averaging 16.5 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. His dunks shook rims, teammates hyped, crowds buzzing, but South Carolina's football fever buried him. Scouts chased quarterbacks, not point guards. No ESPN rankings, no calls from Duke or Kentucky. Ja dominated local pickup games, outshining bigger names. But his flair stayed a small-town secret. I knew I could play, Ja said, a grin hiding his defiance. He just needed a stage. That stage came in July 2016 at an AAU tournament in Spartanburg, South Carolina. A sweaty, packed gym, air thick with chatter. Ja's team, the Carolina Raptors, faced a cocky Charlotte squad with 5-star prospects. Their fans jeered, waving signs while scouts scribbled notes on ranked players, ignoring the unranked kid in the Raptors jersey. Ja felt their doubt, his focus sharpening. He'd played tougher games on Dalzell's asphalt. This was his moment. The game was tight, the Raptors down late. Ja, ball in hand, stood at the top of the key. His defender, a 6'5" shot blocker, smirked, daring him to drive. Ja jabbed left, crossed right, and left the kid stumbling. 2 strides, then a leap, a 2-handed slam that silenced the gym. A teen in the stands caught it on video. The crowd erupted, parents jumping, rivals stunned. Ja's teammates mobbed him, chanting his name. That dunk wasn't just a play, it was a statement. James Kane, a Murray State assistant coach, froze. He'd come to scout a 4-star forward, but Ja stole the show. "Who is this kid?" Kane muttered, his notebook forgotten. Ja kept going, passes slicing through defenses, another rim-rattling dunk. Kane texted his head coach, Matt McMahon. This kid's different. That video hit Twitter, then Instagram, spreading like wildfire. Comments poured in, unranked kid goes off. Scouts from Charlotte to Atlanta scrambled to learn Ja's name. High school coaches shared the clip. Parents became fans. Kids begged to see it again. One dunk changed everything. Murray State, a mid-major in Kentucky, saw what the Blue Bloods missed. They offered Ja a scholarship, betting on his heart. Ja arrived in 2016, a freshman with no hype, just a chip on his shoulder. I'm here to work, he told his coaches, backpack slung over one shoulder. As a freshman, he averaged 12.7 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 6.3 assists, his quick hands turning heads. A no-look pass against SIU Edwardsville, a comeback dunk at UT Martin. Ja's energy lit up the gym. Teammates fed off him, fans buzzing when he touched the ball. Then came 2017 to 18. Ja exploded, averaging 24.5 points, 10 assists, and 5.7 rebounds. He owned the Ohio Valley Conference, rallying teammates, barking at slumps, driving fearlessly. In the NCAA tournament against Marquette, he dropped a triple-double, 17 points, 11 rebounds, 16 assists, tying a record. A dunk on Southern Illinois left fans speechless, his passes carving through chaos. ESPN's Jay Bilas called him special. Scouts filled the bleachers, finally catching up. The NBA came calling in 2019. The Memphis Grizzlies drafted Ja number 2 overall, a kid from Dalzell, now a franchise cornerstone. As a rookie, he averaged 17.8 points and 7.3 assists, earning Rookie of the Year. A 27-point game against the Nets. A game winner against Charlotte. Ja was the real deal. In 2021, he became an all-star. His one-handed slam over Kevin Love blowing up Instagram. Memphis embraced him. FedEx Forum chanting Ja Ja murals went up. Kids rock number. 12 jerseys. In the 2021 playoffs, Jay dropped 35 points against Golden State in the play-in, clinching a postseason spot. Game 2 against Utah, 47 points, announcing his arrival. Ja's game wasn't just stats, it was joy, defiance, heart. In 2023, he owned the Lakers in Game 4 with a triple-double, 39 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. But challenges hit. A 25-game suspension in 2023-2024 tied to social media incidents tested him. A shoulder injury cut his season short, though he still averaged 25.1 points in limited games. I'll be back, Ja vowed, his resolve unbreakable. Ja's story isn't just about talent. It's about Tee's drills at dawn, Ja's hustle and Dalzell's shadows, a rival's hush, a coach's trust, a teen's video. From a cracked court to the NBA's spotlight, Ja showed the world what an underdog can do. His flair inspires kids in Memphis, teens in youth clinics, fans painting murals. Which Ja moment lives rent-free in your head? Drop it in the comments. Maybe that Spartanburg dunk or his playoff fire. This is Dunk Court, where basketball lives. If Ja's story fired you up, smash that like button and share it with someone who loves a comeback. Subscribe for more stories of grit and glory, and let us know what makes an underdog's rise unforgettable. Keep chasing the sky.